We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from the Steel City. Justice Hill to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. In motion comes Andrews. First carry here for Kyron Williams. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. In motion comes Walker. It's another run here for Williams. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. 3rd and 9. They'll put a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, Jackson. Now he'll air one out. And that is incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Ravens bring their punt team out. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. First and 10. Play action now. It's Murray. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. 15 yards through the air. That's a Steeler first down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. A throw on the move is caught. Second and 7. To throw again is Murray. And that is incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on third down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
They go play action, and the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack. Roquan Smith, the one who gets in there and takes him down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On play action, Murray. A throw on the run is complete. Get about 6 before he's taken down. On third down, Murray. It's into the hands of Pickens once again. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. He's got his man. It's Pickens. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on fourth down. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal. Here's a run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jaleel McLaughlin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's his third touchdown on the year. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. In motion comes Walker. 2nd down, Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. We are through 1. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. In motion comes Andrews. On second down, a run with Williams. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Here's a third down and 4. In motion comes Walker. Third and short, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
Now Jackson on fourth down. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
I think he would have been better off there, Mike, giving that ball a little bit more juice. You can see he's trying to put a little touch on it and lob that ball into his target. But it just hangs up in the air a little bit too long, and the defense makes him pay.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
That's complete. It's McLaughlin. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's first and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Again, it's Murray. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. And he's in. Roman Wilson. Touchdown, Steelers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Now he takes off.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now on 2nd down. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd down, 3 to go. In motion comes Walker. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive. But now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
In motion comes Walker. A 1st down throw for Jackson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack. But then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there, probably the best possible outcome.
Again, it's Jackson. He's going to air this one out. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Jackson up top again. He's going to try it here again. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there. making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. That is caught downfield by Pickens. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. A big play after being backed up. That goes for 58. Play action. It's Murray. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum, because so far they've come out hot in this one.
Now Murray to throw on 2nd down. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Murray. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. In motion comes Walker. On 1st and 10, Jackson. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. Give them 14 on that play, one 1st down. A give, and here comes Williams. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive linemen had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
3rd and long for Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So a big one there to start the drive. 33 yards. Now Murray on 1st down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he will get into the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. First and 10 now from the 36. 13. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Going up top. That's caught. And he will score. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Ravens. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. In motion comes Walker. Play action now. Jackson. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Swim. They'll run. This is McLaughlin.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Let's go. Murray on third down. There's a short one caught by Fryermuth. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field. The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. They put Wilson in motion. On third down, Murray. That one caught by Wilson. Big opening up the middle. And he will go all the way. Roman Wilson. Touchdown Steelers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Here comes Hill on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Now there's a throw out wide. Hey, this might be a double pass. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson out of the pistol. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Hi, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. A run here. It's McLaughlin. Room to run at the 30. Down the sideline, past the 45. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 83 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will add one more onto their big lead. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. Here comes Hill on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing Jackson. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Yeah! 16 yards on the game, and a quick 1st down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Jackson. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Jackson now. Pass right side, going to be taken in by Walker.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To the air one more time with Jackson. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats, makes mom and dad happy, but Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
Omaha. Bunch. 2-2.
On play action, Murray. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Deuce. 2-2.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Smith. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, The defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
DC, ready? Hey, hey. Sit down.
A first down throw for Jackson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Second down, Jackson. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in third and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Sending a receiver right. Jackson from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3-and-out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. In motion comes Walker. Fourth down, Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to have it at their own 32-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Murray. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
And that is incomplete.
And in a game where it seems like this quarterback hasn't really done much wrong, that's really his most critical missed throw so far. He's had himself a really good game up until this point, but I think that's one when he goes back and watches the tape, he knows he should have had it.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. In motion comes Walker. On first and 10, Jackson. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole. In motion comes Andrews.
Jackson now on second down. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
Hey, report. Report.
Third and long for Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
And a short field awaits. Fair catch taken on this side of midfield.
At the 45-yard line.
Hold on, right? Sit. Hey, hold on.
On first down, Murray. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. On the ground, McLaughlin. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes third down. A run now with McLaughlin.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on fourth down, Mike, based on what they do on third down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
Murray to throw for it on fourth down. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. That'll be a gain of 15 on fourth down.
Love the idea of going for it on fourth down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal.
A handoff as they try to run it here. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the pistol, it's Murray. Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
The kick is good. Makes the score Steelers 45, Ravens 12.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes Hill on the return. Oh, yeah. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
180. 180.
Jackson looking to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That is brought in. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. They'll go again with Williams. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. On third down, Jackson. It is brought in the end zone. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Ravens. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. And give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
No, we changed it.
In motion comes Andrews. Back to throw, Jackson. That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Here's a run going left, and he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Now a second down throw for Murray. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's got his man. It's Pickens. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down.
Come back.
Now give on the ground. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and They show they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
On second down, Murray. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. He is in. Pat Freiermuth, touchdown Steelers. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers add on to their already sizable lead. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Off-balance throw. It's complete. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Second and a yard. Jackson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Jackson up top again. Off he goes. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
This one complete right side. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
13. Report. Cut.
Jackson now to throw on first down. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it'll bring up second down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock.